Hey everybody, it's Jay Renee. If you are new here, then welcome and hey y'all. And if you are a returning subscriber and or viewer, then welcome back y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in and remaining loyal. So before I start this video, you already know what it's about. You've read the title. I do want to let y'all know I am just going to be telling y'all my experience and what I went through. Don't be like, okay, this is the video I'm going to watch. I'm going to follow every single thing she did. Consult with your doctor first and do your research. Really do your research, because my experience may not be the same as yours. But now that I got that out the way, then let's just get going to this video. All right, so hopping straight into it, I will be looking down sometimes because I do have my notes right here. I have to write that stuff down because I had it about 3 weeks ago, I believe. But I believe I contracted coronavirus like a week before that. But I'm gonna get all into that. So why did I even go get tested for coronavirus, right? I did go to an event and I heard that people I was around tested positive for coronavirus. So I was like, okay, let me go get tested. But I honestly should have went before that because I was feeling sick. But it felt like I had a cold. I live in Chicago, so the weather is like 90 degrees one day, 70 and raining the next. I would go outside just like this, nothing on my head, rain coming down. So I really thought I just had a normal cold. I'm like, oh, you know, my sinuses messed up, allergies and stuff like that. But I definitely should have went to go get tested. So in a way, I'm kind of glad that I found out people I was around had it, because that's what forced me and like gave me the little push to go get tested. So I tried to go get tested. It was June 15th. I believe that was a Monday. So I'm like, all right, let me just go get tested. It was me, my best friend, and my boyfriend. So we're like, okay, we got to go get tested. But before that, I did go to my grandma's house because they have a temperature gun that you put up to your forehead and it tells your temperature. So I'm like, all right, let me just make sure I don't got no fever. It doesn't feel like I have one, but let me just check. So I went over there. I had my mask on. I had my gloves on. I got the temperature gun. I went outside and did it. Like, I was not playing. I could not be in my grandma's house because you do not want to be around anybody, honestly, if you think that you have coronavirus, no matter what the age is, because clearly you could be any age and get it. But anyway, so I took my temperature. We took all of our temperature and our temperature was good. I think mine was like a 97.8 or something. So I'm like, oh yeah, I got a cold. So I went to the testing center by my house. It was like an old Walgreens. It's a drive-through testing. So I went there and we told them we didn't have an appointment. So if you don't have an appointment, it will take them a few days to get your results. But at this point, I was very anxious. So I'm like, how can I get my results as soon as possible? So they were like, okay, you have to make an appointment online today. I will leave the link down below if you live by a Walgreens or anything, just to check if there's a testing center by you. But I had to go on the website, make an appointment for the next day. And if I did that, I would get my results that same next day. So I was like, all right, cool. So we made our appointment online and then waited till the next day. So that next day, let me see, that was June 16th. Let's see, I still had the same symptoms as far as my symptoms were runny nose, stuffy nose, and then I was coughing. So all of this started maybe a few days before I actually got tested. So I got tested Tuesday and I have been feeling like this for maybe like 3 or 4, maybe like 3 days, or I at least started having a cough then. Got my coronavirus test. Oh, let me tell you how the test was. So it was a long, I don't have anything around here long, but it was a long stick. And at the tip, probably like this much, is like a little Q-tip kind of. And you take that, you only have to put the soft tip in your nose, like in your nostril here. So I know some tests, like they take the stick and stick it all the way up, and that's why people are scared. But the one that I went to, again, it was an old Walgreens location. You literally take that tip and you swirl it, well, you put it around your nostril 10 times for each nostril. So that tip only went like this much into my nose. So it wasn't uncomfortable at all. Thank God. Anyways, we did that, and then they were like, okay, give you 24 hours to get your results. So I'm like, okay, cool. Then about, I want to say like 2 or 3 hours later, my friend got her results first, positive. So I was like, all right, if you got it, I know I got it, because that's who I'm always around. So then I got my results back via email, positive. So I was like, oh my God. My boyfriend got his results back. He was negative. And nevertheless, I was positive, so I had to figure out what I was going to do. So after they give you the results, a physician does call you and they ask, like, how do you feel? You know, what are your symptoms? And if they're too bad, they're gonna give you other direction. But I told them my symptoms, and they were just like, okay, well, quarantine for the 14 days. So they automatically tell you to quarantine for 14 days based on when you get your test results. But if you feel like you've contracted it before, like, there is no way of them knowing when you actually got the virus. So that's why you really just have to take care of yourself and pay attention to your body. So after I got my results back, I did come back to work, and I was over it, y'all. I was really over it. I was mad and disappointed in myself, because I'm like, girl, the one time when outside opens and you decide to go somewhere, you contract coronavirus. Like, I knew where I got it from, so it was kind of like I should have been more careful. Period. You really got to be careful whenever you go somewhere. Wear your mask, hand sanitizer, wash your hands, all that stuff. But at the end of the day, I was upset and disappointed at myself. So me not mentally being there, I called off work. I was like, look, I told my boss, I just got tested for coronavirus. I was positive. I need to take the rest of the day off because I just can't. I can't. So they said, all right. So I went throughout that whole day. I did let my family know that I had it, because I go over there often, and I'm like, I won't be there. I just tested positive for coronavirus. And when I tell you, my parents were on it, they were just like, oh, well, we're going to the store. We're going to get you this and this and that. I will go through everything that I took. So fast forward to the next day after I found out that I tested positive. I believe it was the 17th, and I did have new symptoms. I had very faint taste, and I still had my smell, but my taste was leaving, and I love to eat. So I was like, oh my God, okay, this whole thing is about to blow me now. You know what I'm saying? So it was very, very faint. And then, like, throughout that day, my taste was completely gone. My smell was completely gone. And I was like, all right, so let me start attacking this coronavirus, because it's not about to get the best of me. You feel me? So I started taking, I always take multivitamins every morning. I take my vitamin C every morning. I drink tea every morning, if not every other morning. And I was doing all this before I even got coronavirus, because I was scared of it. People are dying from this. So I was scared of it. I just tried to keep myself healthy. But as you can see, it don't matter. I'm not gonna say it doesn't matter, but for me, I was doing all this stuff, and one slip up of going somewhere, and I got the virus. So please continue to take care of yourself. If you believe you have, even before you think you have the virus or anything, just take care of yourself and take care of your health, because you need a healthy immune system. Like, that's the whole goal. Like, throughout this whole pandemic, the coronavirus, make sure your immune system is strong. And if you know you don't have a strong immune system, then do everything you can to help assist it, keep it working. But anyways, I, lost my taste, lost my smell. And after that, my parents told me about, like, this little concoction recipe thing you could put in a boiling pot of water. So I didn't have everything, so I kind of had to improvise. But in there, I had minced garlic, I had onion, I had lemon peels, and I think that's it. So I put all of that in a pot, filled it with some water. Well, not all the way, but like right above all of the ingredients. Let it boil, and then I inhaled it, because coronavirus, it attacks like your lungs. So you don't want that mucus to start suffocating your lungs. So you have to keep your passageways as clear as possible. At least this is what I found out when doing my research, y'all. Of course, look more into it, because that's just not it, what I'm telling y'all. But my goal was to keep my passageways clear. So drink a lot of liquids, being like steam. So when I took a shower, it had to be super steamy. So if you have any mucus or anything coming up, cough it up, spit it out, because you want all of that off of your lungs. But the inhale of the ingredients really, really helped. We get a little bit too close, it kind of not burn, but you inhaling this hot steam over the stove. So what do you expect? But you know, you inhale it in through your nose, out through your mouth, whew, so you could just feel it. And then that helped me so much. I also drink tea every morning. I love tea, so I didn't put anything in it. Again, that's just me. I just drink the tea straight up, because I need all of the benefits that you're trying to give me. So I did drink lemon ginger tea. Another tea I was drinking, it's a hair growth tea. I kind of just mixed it. I mixed my teas. So I put the hair growth tea in there. It has a lot of stuff in there. I'll leave that link below too, so you can see all of the ingredients in that. But I mixed that tea, my lemon ginger tea, and then my parents brought me a bunch of limes, because they heard that lime, I don't know exactly what it does. I'm not gonna sit up here and make something up, but they heard that it helps in a way. So I squeeze, or is it squeeze? I put the lime juice in my tea every time. So at least one lime. Don't ask me how it tastes, because again, I lost my taste. So I had no idea how it tastes. So that's what I did every single day. Every single day I had the virus, I drank tea. I did not do the inhale of the ingredients every day. I probably did it. I honestly just did it when in the beginning, and when my chest started feeling some type of way. But I'm gonna get to that soon. So throughout that time where I couldn't taste or smell, some things that I did eat, I did have chicken noodle soup. So one of my friends, her aunt made chicken noodle soup. My auntie made me some homemade chicken noodle soup. My best friend, she's a chef. She made some African stew, which is very, very spicy. Again, keep something hot that's gonna, open you up. So I could taste that it was spicy, but I had no idea what it actually tastes like. So the African stew, it has jalapeno peppers in it, and it had chicken in there. You could put beef in there as well, but I don't eat pork or beef, so my best friend just put chicken in it. So I ate that. I ate sandwiches. One thing that I noticed when having this virus, you have to eat light foods, because I'll get to that later, but light foods, just eat light. Don't try to do too much, because remember, you are sick. You know what I'm saying? Fast forwarding Friday, June 19th, which is Juneteenth, I decided, okay, so I have the virus, my best friend has the virus, my neighbors who are also my friends, they had the virus. We literally contracted it at the same event, y'all. So that made it a lot easier, to be honest, because it was the four of us and we were all together throughout this time. So it helped. You had somebody that didn't treat you like you had a virus, because that's what we had. So we all stuck together. So for Juneteenth, we were like, dang, we can't celebrate with everybody, so we're gonna take a shot. Worst mistake ever. If you have coronavirus, and of course if you're 21 or over and you're able to drink, do not drink alcohol. Y'all, I took that shot and it felt like my chest was on fire. It felt like it was on fire. I did not feel good the rest of that day. I was tired. Throughout the whole thing, I was just so tired. So, you're trying to turn up. You're still trying to live your normal life, but do not do that. Just because you're in the house don't mean that you can, do everything you do as far as like cleaning up, doing projects, going to work, all of that. Cut it out. Like really, you really have to relax. So on June 19th, that was about like day 3 or 4 that I couldn't taste or smell, but it was coming back very faint, very, very faint, y'all. I believe I did my hair that day, and like the products that I use, I was kind of able to kind of smell it, so I could tell I was getting a little bit better. So I'm like, all right, cool. So that was honestly the most annoying thing that I went through, not having taste, because I love to eat and I was starving. I know a lot of people, they lose their appetite, so I've heard, but my appetite feel like it was like on 10. I was so hungry, but I couldn't taste anything. Still eat though, because you need to get your nutrients in. So even if you can't taste, I know you don't want to eat because it's gonna blow you, but still eat. Throughout that whole week, I was sleepy. Like, I was so tired. I had to call off work. I tried to make it through some work days, and mind you, I do just work from home on my laptop, but the mental stress and me just having to get up and disrupt my sleeping, and I was so tired from having the virus, it wasn't working. So I had to call off some days, which is what you do. If your job cares about you and then you tell them you have coronavirus, they need to adjust some things and give you some days off, because there should be no way you are working during this time where you're sick with the virus. So if your job tell you you still need to come and work and you got the coronavirus, that job ain't meant for you, period. But anyways, the next day, which was Saturday, I actually wasn't as tired, so I knew I was feeling a little bit better. And then I had noticed that my taste was coming back a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, let me just keep doing what I'm doing, because obviously it's working, because I'm starting to get my taste and my smell back a little. Next day, Sunday, the 21st, my taste, it was pretty much back, y'all. It was back. Like, I could tell what I was eating, and I was thirsty. So I was like, all right. I started eating fried foods, which I don't even really like, but I was hungry. I was just excited that I could eat something, y'all. 22nd, yes. That's when I went back to work, because I was like, all right, I took some time off, so let me start fresh on my Monday work day. So I was like, let me go back to work. Y'all, I woke up, my chest was tight. Like, when I could breathe in, I could feel a sensation all right here, and it just did not feel good. Like, every time I breathe in, I just felt a sensation, and it didn't feel good. So I'm like, all right, this not normal, because I did not feel like this before. And I'm like, okay, what did I start doing differently? And I'm feeling better. Like, I got my taste back, so it's something I'm still doing wrong. And I really think it was because I was still trying to, like, get up, let me do this, let me record a video. Like I said, I did my hair. I was still doing stuff. Let me do the dishes. And then I was like, oh, I got my taste back. Let me just eat this, let me eat that. That was wrong. I still had to treat myself like I was sick, because I was sick. I was trying to do too much. So my chest wasn't feeling good. So I'm like, all right. Told my mommy, I told my grandma my chest wasn't feeling good. So they're like, call the doctor. So after they told me to call the doctor, I'm like, I'm okay. Like, I'm the type of person, I don't like people to worry about me. So I could not feel good and still be like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Or I'll be like, I'm gonna be okay. I'm going to be okay. I don't feel good, but I'm gonna be all right. But they're like, no, call the doctor. I didn't want to. I really didn't want to, because we all scared, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to call the doctor and be like, I'm having this chest tightness, and then they be like, oh, you need to come to the hospital and stay quarantined for however many days. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to hear that, but it's better for you to know for your health than to not know and just be like, no, I'm not gonna call them. I put my little pride to the side, called the doctor. I told them exactly how I was feeling. I told them about the sensation, told them my chest was kind of tight, and they were just like, rest, relax, and rest. What have you been doing? And I'm like, I still been going to work. They're like, no, you need to rest. So I'm like, all right. So I was, mind you, this was on the clock while I was at work, And so I had to email my boss and let him know. I already told him I had the virus. And I'm like, I can't. I just called my doctor, talked to the doctor, and they told me I need to rest. So I just relaxed, y'all. One thing I did do when I had that chest tightness, I had Vicks. So my parents also brought me Vicks. And Vicks, of course, when you're sick, it helps open you up. So I already had that chest tightness. So all I could imagine was like the mucus trying to attack my lungs. I don't know if that's exactly what was happening, but that's what I felt. So I'm like, all right, let me put this Vicks on my chest. So I had Vicks on me for like 2 days, y'all, just walking around here smelling all mentholy. It wasn't cute, but can't be cute when you sick, right? So I had to just put that on my chest. I put it on there before I went to sleep. I really just bummed around. I made sure I ate well. I really paid attention to what I ate. That's when my auntie came and she gave me my homemade chicken noodle soup. Thank you so much. It was good. I was able to taste too. So I was like, girl, this soup is good. So she made me a real big bowl of it. So I ate on that for a few days. My best friend ended up making that African stew again because she knew I couldn't taste it the first time. And you know, we had to open ourselves up. So I had that spicy African stew again. I did eat sandwiches, so I didn't eat anything heavy throughout that time because I really had to focus on what I was eating and the health of my body so my immune system could just, you know, knock this virus out, just knock it out. I also took melatonin. It's a sleep aid though, so it's in pill form. I would be up at like 2 o'clock in the morning just sitting there. So I'm like, let me take a melatonin. So I would take my melatonin at night. I found out it was better when I inhaled all of those ingredients. One of my sorors did make a little mixture for, you know, people who contracted the coronavirus. It had lemons, well, lemon peels, lemon slices, orange peels, orange slices, elderberry powder, and something else I can't remember, but I did the same thing as I did with the first concoction I made up. I put it in a pot, water, inhaled that steam. So I found that doing this at night helped me the most because it helped me sleep better. So that, I would drink some tea at night, and then I would take my melatonin, slept like a baby. I slept so good. With that Vicks on my chest too, I slept so good. I really focused on relaxation and building my immune system back. I do have elderberry vitamins as well. I got them from Target. I did hear elderberry is supposed to help as well with your immune system to help boost it. So I would take those, not every day, because elderberry, it kind of made me break out a little bit, and honey, I didn't like that. Who liked their skin to be all broken out? But I did take it like every other day because it was about my immune system and not my skin at that point. So after doing that for a few days, I was feeling much better, y'all. So that Friday, the 26th, I was like, okay, let me try this work thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I said I was coming back Friday. So let me come back Friday. Like I said, I still need my job at the end of the day. So I went back on Friday and I was actually feeling good. I didn't feel that sensation anymore. My chest felt normal. My runny nose, my stuffy nose, it was gone. I had my taste back. I had my smell back. I was still a little bit tired, but not really, because I had been getting good rest anyway. So I really felt normal. I just felt normal. But I still kept doing everything I was doing. So I was taking my vitamins, drinking my tea. I was doing all of that. I was scared to eat any fried foods. I was still trying to, you know, stay on track. So that Friday was the first day I started feeling normal. That Saturday I felt normal as well. After a few days of feeling like completely normal, didn't feel like I had a cold, didn't feel like I had anything, no more symptoms, I was like, all right, maybe I should go get my test. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go like on a Monday or a Tuesday. But my across the hall neighbors, of course my friends, they, like I said, we contracted it at the same time, and they had to get back to work at a certain time. So they were like, all right, we need to go take this test and make sure that we're negative by a certain amount of time. So they went and they got their test results back and they were negative. So I'm like, all right, if we were around each other the whole time, if we contracted it at the same time, then I really feel like my results are gonna come back negative. And I have been hearing, like, if you have the coronavirus, it's gonna be in your system for a long time. Even if you are negative, you're still gonna get a positive result back after a few times. So I was very hesitant about going. So I'm like, let me just do it. Why not? I feel good, and I'm gonna go by how my body feels. I'm not gonna go by, what other people's results were. It was a push, I'm not gonna lie. So I was like, I should be good. But if I still felt sick, I wasn't gonna go take that test. But for the simple fact that I did feel completely normal, I set my appointment to go get my test again on Sunday. So I was like, all right. Sunday came, me and my best friend, we went to go take our coronavirus test again. Very nerve-wracking, because how would you feel if, it's for y'all, 2 people tested negative and then the other 2 still test positive? You're going to be blue, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, let me just go do it. So we took our test. It took a little longer this time to get my results back, so of course I was very nervous. But as of June 28th, which was a Sunday, I got my results back and they were negative. So I was corona-free since June 28th. So it is going on a week now that I am coronavirus-free, y'all. Thank goodness. I am so happy. I was very fortunate to be in the situation I was in while I had the virus. Like, very, very fortunate, and I am so blessed to have beat the virus, y'all. And I really want to thank everybody who checked up on me throughout that time. A lot of people were texting me, FaceTiming me, and people know not to call me. Well, my family called me. My people brought me stuff. They made me food. They checked on me, everything. And I really, really appreciate everybody, because I feel like if you're at a mental state where you kind of messed up and you don't feel good already, so to have negativity and bad energies and stuff, that's really not gonna help you, because stress can make you more sick. Anxiety can make you more sick. So I really tried to stay positive throughout the whole time. I didn't look up any bad statistics or anything like that. I just really tried to keep a clear mind and just be like, okay, I'm gonna be okay. We're all gonna be okay. This is gonna be over. I'm doing better. I just really tried to stay optimistic about the situation, and I really think that helped me heal as well, and it really helped me beat that virus. So again, thank you to my support system, everybody that was there for me, that checked on me, that gave me blessings. I really do appreciate y'all. So to conclude this video, I do want to let everybody know, if you are feeling any type of sick, if you've been around anyone who tested positive for the coronavirus, go get tested. I know it's scary. A lot of people are really scared to get the test, but I really feel like it's worth it, because you could save your life. You could save people's lives around you, who you live with, who you go visit, kids, your grandparents, because everybody's immune system is not as strong as yours. You really have to realize that. Please don't be selfish. Please don't be inconsiderate. This is not just about you. Even if you're not feeling any symptoms, it is a such thing as being asymptomatic, which means that you have no symptoms at all. You feel 100% normal, because I do know people, they're like, I'm okay, but I went to the event too, so let me go get tested. And the results came back positive. If you have had the virus, then I would definitely suggest cleaning your house very well, because it lives on certain surfaces for a certain amount of time. I can't remember. If I could find that information, I'll put it in the description below as well. But what I did, I Lysoled everything I know I was gonna touch, like knobs, doorknobs, light switches, all of that. I disinfected it. So of course, my boyfriend, who's negative, he won't get anything from touching the doorknob, because I touched it with the virus. Oh my God. I really hope y'all heard that. But yeah, so even, people come over afterwards, because people are gonna wanna visit you when you're corona free. you don't want the corona to be lingering around, so you gotta clean your house up. I really hope that this video helped inform you. I really hope that if you're watching this video because you're scared and you think you have the virus, that it's encouraged you to go get tested, to not be scared, to let you know that, you know, if you have the virus, you can get over it, you can beat the virus. So it's not the end of the world. If you get it, just make sure that you take proper precautions, talk to your doctor, do your research. Like I said, this is my experience. I just really wanted to share this with y'all to let you know that it can happen to anyone. First they were saying it can't happen to black people. I'm black. They saying it can't happen to younger people. I am 29. I still consider that young. But it can happen to anybody. You are not exempt. So that's why I am here, to let y'all know I wasn't exempt. I had the virus. I beat the virus. So yes, that is my story. Thank you so much for watching, y'all, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.